Hey there, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Raven, and today we're going to be having a crafty little day in my studio. I was able to finish a couple of projects and start one that I've been pretty excited about, so I'm excited to jump in. Starting off, I grabbed some coffee and then I got all the stuff out to press fabric. The first project that I wanted to finish was the apron that I started a couple of vlogs ago now. I was almost finished already since it only needed to have the waist ties added and a few minor details, so it was going to be easy to knock out. If you saw the video where I started this project, you saw that I did have the smart idea to write all of the steps down to make it easier to check things off as I went, because I am a smart person with good ideas. However, I am also a smart person who decided I probably remembered the last couple of steps and didn't need to double check the notes before starting, even though it had been at least 2 weeks since I had looked at the notes or touched the project and all. So I basically did the last few steps backwards, which doesn't have any effect on the final product, but it made me more confused as I was trying to go through everything. In general, it was just a chill afternoon of watching Disney movies for the dopamine and sewing and taking breaks to work on an embroidery project. After the ties were attached, I wanted to add some velcro to the neck strap. I don't like pulling things over my head because of my hair and glasses, but velcro sounded like a good way to make the pattern work as it was without trying to modify anything too much. However, I didn't realize the velcro I had was not intended for fabric, and for some reason, I don't remember, I didn't want to use my hot glue gun and I wanted to hand sew the velcro in place. I wouldn't do this again, 0 out of 10. It gummed up several of my needles and it was really obnoxious to push through, but it did work and resulted in velcro being attached to the fabric. Here's a little try-on of my new apron. I like it. I don't love it. I think it would get like a 75% grade. I think the fit is a little awkward because of my bust and my short torso, and I feel like the skirt would look better without the gathering, and I think the ties would look nicer if they were tubes instead of just flat pieces with the edges hemmed. But it's functional, and I think I did a pretty good job for it being my first time using a commercial pattern, so it's not the end of the world, and I can make more aprons as I go. I left the apron in the kitchen to use in the future and decided to clean up my mess from sewing before moving on to finish an embroidery project. I'm very proud of myself. I don't normally like to do this step. I will just leave everything because it's fine. I'm not going to be sitting there anyways. I wanted to move the lamp over to the futon and had to argue with Mischief and Mayhem to get out of the way of the lamp because they were curious as to what I was doing and decided to just pick the spot where I was putting the lamp to watch what I was doing. They weren't there, which is why I thought it'd be okay to move the lamp there, but we all had to come to terms with the lamp being moved. Ever since my husband added window tint to my office, he picked a really dark window tint and the natural light is non-existent, and I have been trying to figure out ways to add lights, but I haven't been able to get a new lamp yet, so this is the lamp from the living room. I've been moving it in and out every day because I don't want to sit in the living room. I want to sit in my cozy little office.
Things have been a bit rough for me lately, so I really wasn't paying attention to where I was going.
That's rough stuff. Since we're gonna be here a while, would you mind if I ordered another Coke?
You'll be my guest. By the way, about what Takuma said before, what exactly is a pro gamer?
There's...
Do you know the pro game by now?
Yeah, that...
Once they were out of the way of the lamp, I was able to embroider and rewatch an anime. The piece I was working on is another gift, so I didn't show it in the video, which is only a little frustrating as far as vlogging goes. Mostly because I'm actually proud of how this piece came out as a whole, and I think it was my best embroidery work yet, and I'm really proud of it. I did manage to finish the piece, so I went ahead and dissolved the stabilizer and set it out to dry, and immediately got started on another embroidery project. This is one that is going to be all mine, so I can show it as much as I want to. I worked on this black clover design in a previous vlog, and I didn't have printer ink at the time, so I couldn't print the pattern out. I tried. It didn't work, but I tried. But I've been really excited to get started on this, and I was finally able to get printer ink, and I've been practically gnashing my teeth together over how excited I've been to finally get started. I'm definitely having an embroidery moment. It's the hobby that is sparking the most intrigue for me. I just want to fill my wall up with all of the hoops and frame pieces that I can, so I'm excited to be working on this one. I've actually finished it since filming this, and I love it. It's I'm so happy that I made this and that I was finally able to start on it. After I got the pattern printed and trimmed, I got the fabric ready. I've started double layering the fabric to give pieces more structure and rigidity, so I needed to iron the fabric, trim 2 pieces down to size, and then I set them together with some basting sprays that I bought for a quilt that I did like 10 years ago and haven't quilted since. And obviously, Mayhem was watching my every move while I worked. Once all of the fabric was ready and I applied the pattern, I was ready to work on the project for a little while. I didn't get super far into it because I was having a minor conundrum about not liking the way the double-stranded was looking for the text outline. I think a couple of days after I filmed this, I actually completely restarted this with single-strand floss, which I never thought I would want to do because when I first started embroidering, single-strand work sounded tedious and fiddly, but the font that I picked had a lot of jagged corners and curves, and double-stranded was just making it look a little messy, and I'm a single-stranded embroiderer now, and I don't know how to feel about it. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing dishes regularly again to keep them from building up. I hate doing dishes, but I hate the kitchen feeling gross even more, so every day around 9 p.m. I leave my studio and I just work on them until either I run out of space to put them or for just 15 minutes, depending on my mood and energy. And then I can go play Sims or Zelda or watch TV with my spouse.
I'm Crafty, the Outback's strongest warrior, invincible!
Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a blueberry in the comments to let me know that you stayed until the end, and hit subscribe if you want to see more content in the future. I hope you're having a wonderful day or that tomorrow is better. Bye.